In this video, I'll be showing you how to box from the ground up, starting with your stance, with the 6 different punches you need to learn. And at the end of this video, I'll be showing you 5 different combinations that you could do at home or at the gym. Okay, so now let's get started with the stance. So now I want you to get square. Depending on which hand is your dominant hand, I want you to take a step back with your dominant hand and your dominant foot. Me, since I'm a righty, I'm going to take a step back with my back foot and my right hand. Right foot, right hand, right here. So this is my boxing stance. Now, if you're the opposite, if you're a lefty, it's the same thing, but now you're going to take a step back with your left leg and your left hand. Boom. So, right? So my right hand is in the lead. My left hand's in the lead. Your dominant hand is always behind you. It's never going to be in front of you. It's going to be behind you because it travels more distance, so it has more power behind the punch. So again, one more time. Get square. Take one step back if you're a righty. Get square. Take one step back to the left if you're a lefty. And that's your boxing stance. Now, one thing to remember is that you don't want to be too close because then you're off balance. One push, one punch, and you're going to go flying because you're really off balance. You also don't want to get too wide because then you're also off balance. You get one punch, you're going to be off balance. You want to stay one step back, keep your balance, keep your footing. Practice that, get it down. That's your boxing stance. Now let's move on to the 6 punches that you need to know. Now let's get started with the punches. So the most important punch in boxing is the jab. So that's the first punch I'll be showing you. So let's get into our boxing stance. Remember, when you're throwing a good jab, you want to throw it all the way out. You want to, don't bend the elbow, flat fist at the end. One more time, and make sure you're stepping in too. Jab, flat fist at the end, don't bend that elbow. The jab is the most important punch in boxing, so make sure you throw it correctly. Go slow at first. Jab, all the way out, don't bend the elbow. This all looks on the bag. Ready? So you're stepping in, all the way out, you're not bending the elbow, and your chin is tucked. Don't have that chin up high, never. Now for the second punch, it's going to be the cross, which is your straight. For me, it's my straight right? So I want to get into my boxing stance. Now when I'm throwing the cross, I want to pivot my back foot, and also want to have my hand fully extended, and I want to turn the waist. I'm going to do it one time slow. Pivot the back foot. As you can see, I'm turning my waist, and I'm also off that center line just a little bit. One more time. Pivot my back foot, turning the waist, and I'm off that center line. I want you to practice that slow. Get it down. Don't rush it. Go slow, and then we're going to move on to punch number 3. Now we got the hooks, which is the lead hook and the rear hook. Remember, when you're throwing a hook, you got to make sure you're fully rotating your hips. That's really important because that's how you generate power. Fully rotate your hips. That's how you generate power. One thing to also remember is you got to picture a U right in front of you, starting from your chest all the way to the end of the fist. So go slow. Boom. Your U starting from the front of you all the way to the end of your fist. Again. And that's how you throw a hook. Make sure you go slow. You could turn your leg. You could pivot your foot. You don't have to. You could just do it like this, right in front of you. But make sure you picture that U right in front of you, starting from your chest to the end of the fist. Now we're going to move on to punch number 4, which is the uppercuts. Okay, last we got the uppercuts. So let's get into our boxing stance. Remember, for the uppercuts, you want to make sure you bend your knees. You want to sit down on your punches, right? So now, as I'm sitting down on my punches, I'm bending my knees. I want to slip to get off that center line, and then I'm going to throw my lead uppercut. Same thing. Sit down on my punch, slip, throw my right uppercut. Again, slip, boom. And I'm also twisting my hips. You see that? I'm rotating my hips as I'm throwing my uppercut. I'm bending my knees. I'm getting off that center line. I'm slipping, and then I'm throwing my uppercut. Right back to it. Slip, throw my uppercut. Okay, so now let's take everything we just learned and put it all together and create some combos. So let's get into our boxing stance, right? So first, you got to learn the punches. There's 6 different punches. I'll be showing you all the punches right here and now. Let's go. Jab, straight left. Cross, straight right. Lead hook. Rear hook, left uppercut, right uppercut. Or it's a lead uppercut, rear uppercut. Remember, those are the 6 different punches. Practice those. Now let's create some combos with them. We're going to start off nice and simple in the beginning with just the jab and the cross. Ready? So jab, cross. Make sure you step in with the jab, and you want to pivot your back foot on the cross. So 1, 2. 1, 2. As you're stepping in and you're turning your back foot, you're going to generate more power with those punches. Now let's move on to combo number 2, which is going to be jab, cross, and then a lead hook. One more time slow. Jab, cross, lead hook. Remember, you want to step in, pivot back foot, rotate your hips. One more time slow. Step in, pivot back foot, rotate hips. 1, 2, 3. Jab, cross, lead hook. Now for combo number 3, we're just going to add a cross to the combo that we just learned before, right? So get into your boxing stance. You got the jab, the cross, lead hook, cross at the end. One more time. 1, 2, 3, 2. Remember, step in, pivot back foot, rotate hips, pivot back foot. Again, 1, 2, 3, 2. Now we're going to move on to combo number 4. Okay, so now let's get into our boxing stance for combo number 4. So we're going to go jab, cross, lead hook, rear uppercut. Let's go. 1, 2, 3, 6. Remember, step in, pivot back foot, rotate hips, and then you also want to rotate hips on your uppercut, and you want to get back to your boxing stance. One more time slow. You got 1, 2, 3, and then 4, and then get back to your boxing stance. You don't want to be off balance. Combo number 5, last combo of the day, is get into our boxing stance. So this combo is going to look like this. You got the jab, you got the cross, you got the lead uppercut, lead hook, cross. Ready? Again. 1, 2, 5, 3, 2. One more time. Step in, rotate back foot, rotate hips, turn the back foot. Right there, I was a little off balance. As you can see, my weight was too forward. That's one thing also to remember. You don't always want to be leaning in too much, or you don't want to be leaning in too back. So I'm going to go one more time slow. 1, 2, 5, 3, 2. You just got to step in. That's the thing that I didn't do good there is I did not step in. I just kept leaning in. So I'm reaching in. That's it for today's video. If you have any questions, make sure you put them down in the comments. I'll answer them as soon as I can. Thank you for watching.